Below the surface of YouTube, we can find some really disturbing content. Often created by small channels and hidden away, these videos are grievous in nature. And today, we're gonna take a look at a few of them. Every once in a while, YouTube gets hit by a new sort of trend. It used to be when you just type a period into the search bar, you'd get met with a bunch of disturbing videos with really awful thumbnails. This was known as full stop punctuation. Full stop punctuation just basically played with the way that YouTube's algorithm worked to display all these disturbing videos. It was mostly fixed, but there are other examples of it. When full stop punctuation first became a thing, there were actual videos that were incredibly disturbing, some of which belong to the dark web. Luckily, as of now, it seems as though those videos have been deleted. However, there are other ways to find disturbing content in a similar style. Now, something that worked for me was simply going to the search bar and typing in a quotation mark, a dash, and another quotation mark. This displayed this odd search result. It translates from Bangla to "there are many stars in the sky," smiley faced, "I didn't get you," heartbroken emoji, sad emoji. Now, what does this mean? To me, the text is probably random, but that's not the weird part. Once we actually click on this result, the horror begins. Our first result is a video that's basically a creepy SpongeBob YouTube poop. Basically shows clips from that hash-slinging slasher episodes. Randomly it'll stop and the characters look really disturbing. Nothing too crazy. The description simply reads the text in the search bar over and over again, next to some other symbols. Something that's kind of unnerving about this video is that there's a location mark to it, being of hell. When clicking on this hell location, there are some strange results as well, which, to be completely honest, is expected. Another video uploaded by the same person who made the SpongeBob video is a disturbing Peppa Pig clip, which is basically the same idea as the SpongeBob one. Starts off innocent, then the faces change, they get all creepy, etc., etc. The more we scroll, the more disturbing these videos get, or at least the thumbnails. Once you actually look at the videos, they're usually just kind of art pieces, creepy edits, or something along those lines, but it's really the thumbnails that we want to take a look at. The further we scroll, the more disturbing it gets. And a lot of this I'm just straight up not going to show, because I don't think YouTube would like that very much. For example, one thumbnail shows a picture of someone's slit wrist, with a razor blade in it. However, if you click on the video, it's just a stupid TikTok. You can find some pretty spooky stuff here, but it's nothing all too bad. However, there's another way to access this side of YouTube. This exploit's been found if you take what looks like an O with a slash in it, which is a letter used in Danish, Norwegian, and Southern Sami languages. It's pronounced so I guess that's what I'm going to be saying. If you put that into the YouTube search bar alone, the results are disturbing. We still have some more somewhat silly, spooky videos, but some of them are actually thumbnails of real life gore videos, and they genuinely get really disturbing. One that appears a lot is a picture of an incredibly bloody bathroom. Whether or not this is from something, I'm not sure. The farther you scroll, the more and more disturbing it gets. We end up seeing thumbnails coming from cartel videos, which aren't inherently gory, but most of them just show moments before. Unfortunately, I ended up seeing one of a dog with its head ripped clean off, with the blood around it. Obviously, I will not show it to you, but it's there, just as a warning. If you want to try and look this stuff up, I'd say don't, because you will find disturbing content. Thing is, most of the actual contents of these videos is just shitpost memes. Some of them being spooky, some of them being completely just irrational and silly. Don't look this shit up. There's genuinely really disturbing content on here. Just in the thumbnails alone, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's still not something that you want to see. All of this is done basically using an exploit in YouTube's metadata. There's nothing inherently cursed about these symbols, it's just that people can use them and their videos will pop up, and they've decided to spook people with them, similar to full stop punctuation. Up next on our Grievous videos list is one from a channel called Milo Moores. Video is simply called Password Security, and seems to show a bunch of different passwords of a bunch of different people. It's just black text on a white screen, but it shows so many different passwords. There's nothing inherently scary about this video, but it makes you think. Like, imagine seeing your password on this video. The amount of fear that would come from that is unimaginable, really. We see these passwords for a minute and 4 seconds and the video ends. Another video on this Milo Moore's channel is one of CCTV footage. The video is appropriately named CCTV. It shows a man walking down the street and then stopping and staring directly into the security camera. He does this for around 12 seconds and then just walks away. It's weird. There's a video on the YouTube channel of Vidad B, which is a digital horror type video. If you don't know what that is, I've got a great video covering it, so I'd recommend checking that out. The video starts off with classic Windows Movie Maker white text on a blue background, and the text says, AI image generator that shows you how you will die. We then see the input and people's names, some of them seeming like injuries, one of them being an x-ray, while others are just pictures of rooms. Some very strange, unnerving ones are this picture of a tree from far away, because realistically, we could all imagine how someone would die around this tree. You know, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you can kind of assume what happens next. We see a very strange one of what seems to be a woman taking a weird green pill with really deformed fingers. That sure's a way to go. We see a playground, some really disturbing clowns, this Resident Evil 2 monster, and then one image that I find specifically really unnerving. It shows a bunch of raised hands, each containing 6 fingers. It's just so slightly off, and it's all behind a gray, cloudy background. This is just creepy. I don't want to think about how these things could kill me. I don't like it. After this, we see this horrible abomination. It looks like something out of Half-Life and appears to be possibly eating someone. So Joshua, keep an eye out. And the last picture is just of a bed. They die via bed. The text then just happily says, "Thanks for watching," with a little smiley face. This concept is honestly really cool, and it brings me back to those old websites that would tell you the date of your death. These were really popular back in the mid-2010s. And I remember being pretty freaked out by them as a kid. Like, I thought somehow that if you were to go on that website and see when you died, that would kind of solidify it as a reality. Obviously, these websites have no idea of knowing when we'll actually die, but it was still something creepy to think about. Imagine if there was an AI that could realistically predict when we die and how, with images and everything. It's truly a grim thought. So that wraps it up for what could be an ongoing series of Grievous YouTube videos. If you'd like to see more, please let me know. So many other YouTubers have done this in the past that we're running out of words to say disturbing, creepy, or scary. So now we got Grievous, like the general. But yeah, I think this is a really fun concept, and I'd really love to see more of these creepy channels. If there's a channel that you want me to look at in one of these videos, do not hesitate to ping me on my Discord server and send it in. I'll be saving these channels for potential future videos, and I'd love to see your submissions. So that's about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy Halloween.